that being said, we're starting in New York City, right?
We're going to start in New York City with the Counting Crows.
Yeah, you know, it was back in 2015, August of 2015, and I had pretty much just moved back to the region. I took the train to New York City because I had never been to Pier 97 in New York City, and they were having a Counting Crows concert, one of my favorite bands, dating back to the 90s. And the lead singer, Adam Duritz, always said, be sure that if you like music, be sure to come for the opening bands. So since I had taken the train down to New York City, I got there early, and there I was out on Pier 97, beautiful day, listening to the opening band, which was Hollis Brown. And if you guys watch my morning show, you've seen that I have promoted them a little bit, as they then went and played that same year, 2015. They opened for the Counting Crows at SPAC, which I saw that show as well, which was great, a great venue as well. And then I stayed in touch with them and their promoter, because I ended up meeting them after they finished playing. They were out trying to get their names out. They were signing autographs and talking to fans. I started talking to them, and they said, yeah, we're going to be playing at SPAC, and we're going to play in the Capital Region too. I ended up seeing them at the Hollow. They ended up playing Tulip Fest. I introduced them to some different DJs. I did a set with them. EXT sponsored it, and they came in, and we took some photos on that.
And what I loved about Hollis Brown was there's a song called Run Right To You. I thought that was a great, great song.
That's the song that I actually got to learn to play guitar with them.
Oh, that's right.
I really like that
I went
song.
through and listened to a few of their records, and that was the one that jumped out. And after you sent me that video, now you're telling me, I'm putting two and two together. What a great song.
I'm gonna run right to you. I'm gonna run right to you. I'm gonna run right to you. Yeah. I'm gonna run right to you.
You go down there, you're doing a story on Hollis Brown, and you sit down and say, hey, can I play a song with you? Is that how that goes?
No, I had been speaking with their publicist because they were coming to play at the Hollow. I think that was the show that we were going to promote. And so since I was going to be in New York City, they were like, well, you know what, we can meet. You can do a quick interview with them. And, you know, maybe even you can learn if, you know, it was suggested. So it was set up. So I went, I brought my equipment. We met at Guitar Center in New York City, and I got to play their guitars, and they you know, dumbed it down for me, but basically the strumming along with it. And I can't remember the chords right now, but it was a good time, and they worked with me, and then, you know, and they sang along, and then they even I like to write my own songs. And so I played one of mine for them, and the lead singer, Mike, started singing along a little bit and liked it and said, I feel the groove. So that was kind of fun.
So what are you thinking at that point when he's singing along with your song that you're playing for them?
It was fun, but it was more like, I was more thinking, okay, I'm recording this. What am I going to be able to use for on air? Which I didn't use any of that.
So you
I'm not even sure if recording it to say.
You let your TV brain out.
I know. Sometimes you just get stuck in the moment, and you're working, and so you're not really thinking too much about it, other than just like, am I recording? How's the light? Is the angle right? Am I going to run out of battery?
You know, it's funny because a few weeks ago, I got Room Rater to rate me on Twitter for my room. So now you got to light the background a little bit more. And I'm like, oh, now I got to think about this from my advertising agency head. So I got to bring lights home. I've got to light the background. So you get into that brain, and you start almost not being in the moment sometimes. So it's careful.
Indeed. I miss those moments sometimes, just because I'm too busy thinking about the other things, or just making sure the technical aspect of it's working.
I know